In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to choose the right CRM system for your business. I'm going to be going through a number of different stages that you could go through as a business to find the right CRM system based on what you need as a business, or at least what you are trying to achieve. Welcome CRM crew, my name is Nick. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning visitor, thank you ever so much for giving this video a watch. Hopefully this will be of value to you. So you are thinking about getting a CRM system as a business and you're not really sure where to start. The first thing you're going to want to do, and this is what a lot of people do not do, is actually decide why you are trying to get a CRM system. You need to write down your goals, your plan of action, what your anticipated return on investment is. This doesn't have to be a lengthy process, but what it allows you to do is have a clear plan of what you are trying to achieve, because there are certain CRM systems that will help you achieve some things and probably not be very beneficial in other areas of business, and vice versa. Okay, so having a clear plan, a clear objective, whether that be for marketing and the more email-based side of things, or for sales and the sales pipeline, or case resolution and case management, these are all different factors that you need to consider. So what is your number one priority? So set your goals based around your priorities and what you're trying to achieve. I recommend using SMART targets as well. So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound targets to help you track the success of the implementation. But you need to know why you're doing it, and you need to have some goals in place as well. So once you've kind of got a good idea of what you're trying to achieve as a business, what the main plan, what the main thing you're looking to resolve is, then you want to start thinking about, right, how much are we willing to spend? How many users of the system are they going to be? You need to consider integration options with existing softwares that your business uses. You need to consider how much customization you're going to need for the system. So think about these. Obviously the customization is how much special development do you want to meet your business needs. Obviously if you want to integrate with other systems or platforms that you're using as a business, you're going to want to think about that, because some CRM systems are not going to offer that capability or might not work with that particular software that you're using. So that is something you really need to think about. Obviously how much you spend, you're going to want to be thinking about obviously the monthly cost, because per user it's anything between $20 to $100 per user. So you want to think about that, and if you're willing to spend a lot of money, and what happens if you spend more or less, or where is the sweet spot. And then obviously the number of users as well, because you do not want to put a couple of users into a really powerful system and they don't use 90% of the features, because one, you'll be spending a lot of money, so you'd probably be wasting money, and two, it's just not useful, and vice versa. If you've got a massive team of 100, 200 and you're trying to put them into a system that's built for only 10 to 20 users, you're going to have a few problems. So think about these things as well. So that's kind of, I would label that under the same area: establishing your goals, knowing why you want a CRM system, and then actually planning it. That's kind of step one, right? Then step two, you want to go on into the market. You want to go and have a look what is available, what is on offer. Now, there are so many CRM systems available and they claim to do absolutely everything, and there's this and that, and you want to then start referring to your goals and go, oh, well, this particular CRM system doesn't meet our requirements or doesn't meet what we want to achieve. This is too expensive, or we can't integrate our softwares with this, or maybe this is a system for too many people, or it's too small for us. This is where you can start looking at the systems available, and like I said, there are loads of systems, and then start thinking about, are they going to help us achieve our goals? Are they suitable for us? This is where a lot of people go wrong. They forget about the goals and the planning. They dive in, they go, oh, this system is really nice, let's start using this, and it's not actually right for what they're trying to achieve. And then it really does become a headache for them, especially later on down the line when they're trying to achieve things with the CRM system that was never going to be possible in the first place, but they just didn't spend the time researching. So go through all of the different systems that meet your criteria. That would be my step two. Find them, do your research, have conversations with the salespeople. Don't buy anything yet. Don't buy anything. Just have conversations with people, learn a bit more about the system, what it can do, what it can't do, how it will meet your goals, how it will be able to, or how you can meet what your expectations, so obviously the user size and the cost and things like that. So then once you've had your conversations and you've found a few systems that are looking really good, there might be quite a few systems available that suit what you're trying to achieve and how much you're willing to spend and your requirements, your criteria. Then what I recommend you go ahead and do, and this is essentially stage 3, is get tests or get sample environments. What's the word I'm looking for? Just like a trial period. That's what I'm looking for. That's what my mind had gone there. But essentially you want trial periods. Go ahead and get a trial of all of these different softwares that you think could work for you. Now, don't do what a lot of people do. Just get a trial, put in a test thing, never really take the time to actually understand it. Actually put in the work, because you work out what is the right CRM system for you now and it will pay dividends in the long run, okay? So actually take the time. There's loads and loads of YouTube stuff available that you can learn how to use a system. So go through each system, familiarize yourself with it to the extent where you know what you're doing, what you're talking about, and then you are actually in a position to start evaluating whether it's the right CRM system. Don't log on, have a quick look and go, well, I don't know what's going on, so I can't really make an assessment. Actually, please take the time to learn each system. And even if that takes a few days worth of work, it is going to be worth it, because you don't want to have just logged onto the system, taken a quick look, and then in a year's time or in 6 months' time realize that really you're having so many problems with it. You could have prevented that at the very beginning. So learn each system, have a play around, actually test things, maybe test the integrations, the customization available, test your goals. So obviously you've got your goals, have a look at how those goals are going to function inside of the system. So actually go through the sales process or go through the case management process or the marketing and how the emails work. Actually spend some time doing that and learning about the system. So that is stage 3. The next stage, which would be stage 4, is once you've spent a little bit of time having a play around, you're probably going to have a good idea of the systems you do like and the ones that you don't like. And obviously these are going to be from a design perspective, how they look, how they function, and also how they help to meet your goals as well. So once you've got a good idea, and this is kind of like the shortlist stage, what I'd recommend doing then is, obviously, hopefully at this point you've still got a bit of the trial period left. Get other members of your team involved. Get them to have a look at the system, see what they like, because ultimately they're going to be using it as much as you are. So it's really important for them to have an input, for them to like the system as well. So get them to have a look, get them on the trials. They can have a play around themselves. Maybe they'll learn something that you didn't and you can teach them as well. They can spend some time doing it. Bear in mind, you obviously don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. So you do want to have a short list, and maybe you could do like a meeting and demonstrate everything, and then they could go away and have a play around inside of the environment. But it's definitely worth doing this, definitely worth doing, because they're going to be using it, and if they don't like it, they won't use it. And then if they don't use it, it's a complete waste of time. So get them on board and having a play around. And then after a little while, once you're happy that everyone has checked it out, they've been able to form their own opinion on the system based on them using it, you then want to reconvene and have a conversation. And this is where you can go ahead and go from the shortlist to actually a final product. Decide on the right product for your business. And that is based on everyone's opinions, and you can then look back at your goals and see, is this going to enable us to achieve our goals? Are we within the criteria that we set? For instance, the price. Does it integrate with the system or the other systems we use? Is it right for our team, the number of users? How much customization can we do? So you can now refer back. And then based on everyone's opinion, based on your goals, you can now make a very educated, very well planned decision on which software is right for you. And then from there, you can obviously go ahead, let whichever salesperson know that you would like to go ahead with the sale, and probably try and negotiate a deal. That is always possible. They always do throw in discounts if you ask. So make sure you do try and negotiate. And then from there, obviously, once you've got your system, you can go ahead and do what you want to do, whether it be integration, customization, get your team to start using the system. You can then start getting your data into the system as well. So you can then go ahead and start using it. So that is kind of what that is essentially how I would recommend going ahead if you're a small business or just any business and you don't want to go and spend loads and loads of money on consultants to work it out for you. That would be my strategy for finding the right CRM. Just whatever you do, please don't see one ad and go, oh, that's the right CRM system for us, because 9 times out of 10 it probably isn't. As good as it looks, it's probably not going to resolve the issues that you need to resolve, and then you just be spending money for the sake of it. The other alternative is you can get a consultant in, and they will be expensive. I don't know, anything between £100 and £200. I don't know what that is in dollars, to find the right CRM system for your business, but that's entirely up to you if you would like to or not. I think the plans that I've just set out will stand you in good stead. Obviously, you're going to be less familiar with what CRM is and how they work, but I'm sure you will learn very, very quickly. There are plenty of my videos that you can go and watch that will hopefully teach you how to use a CRM system. So hopefully this video has been of value. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, possibly even subscribing, and I will hopefully see you shortly in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.